healing ministry so that you understand better. Because praying for people who got sick, praying for people who are sick, or praying for people who are going to be sick, you have to come across into a certain understanding on the issue of drugs and the healing of God. But firstly, let me start with the issue of the drugs so that you understand, right? Yes. People, do not neglect drugs. Let me say it again. Do not neglect drugs. If you are sick, it means you are sick. There is no escaping from. If you are sick, it means you are sick. Right? You have to go to see a doctor. You have to go and see a doctor. The doctor is supposed to examine your body, and the doctor is supposed to telling you what to buy in terms on how to control the virus, which is the sickness that got into your body. Listen to me. We treat, but God heals. We treat, but God heals. What do you mean by that? If you go to doctor, he will give you a drug. The reason why the doctor is giving you those drugs is because the purpose is to treat the sickness, to manipulate the power of that virus that got into you. So when the doctor gives you a drug, it means that drug is there only to manipulate the power or the pulses of the virus that is got into your blood. So that's why I said we treat, but God heals. So God doesn't treat, but God heals. God removes the sickness, because sickness is demonic. These are demonic fingerprints. These are demonic footprints. Because every sickness is a spirit. Every sickness is a spirit. So we treat, but God heals. God heals, we treat. Nobody at all can heal except God. God heals, we treat. That's the reason why you go to doctor and the doctor can give you those drugs. Doctor, I'm having chronic headache. He gives you those drugs is because to treat that sickness. He gives you those drugs so that you should control that sickness that is making you weak. So do not neglect drugs when you got sick. Never neglect those drugs. The purpose of having drugs, these are trees. These are trees. These are roots from trees. Remember, trees are divine spirits. Okay, never mind the side. Trees are spirits. Trees, okay, never mind those. Trees, these are divine things that was created by God. Nobody at all created a tree. So when you go to the tree, you took those roots, you put them, you mix, you go to the science lab, you do what you do in terms to make those powder. Then you make what we call a drug. So in other words, being a medical person, being a doctor, in other words, you are taking something from the spirit world into the natural realm. Through what? Through understanding, or through knowledge, or through